keeps me from running back to you. I love. Hey, Joanne. Making love to you. Ooh, you girl make me sing. Hello, Lavetta. Hello, KL. Oh, you got a notification. Oh, good. Good. This is an impromptu live, y'all. Hi, Nicole. This is impromptu. I'm supposed to be out driving right now, but I'm also enjoying the space that I pay for. I'm getting my money's worth today. How is everyone doing? How is everyone feeling? Does anyone have any good news to share or any news to share at all? Anything that y'all want us to know? Please feel free to share. It's good to see everyone. Um, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I had that respiratory virus or respiratory infection, whatever the hell it was. I still have a little bit of a cough, but it's starting to fade, thank goodness. So y'all be safe out there. Please take y'all vitamins, wash y'all hands, protect yourselves, whatever. Make sure y'all are healthy. Hello. Because baby, they have all kinds of stuff floating around in the air. My daughter set the date and found the venue for her wedding. Oh yes, congratulations. Oh, that's beautiful, KL. Thank you, my dear. Nico, thank God I'm not in traffic today. Chilling at home. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so glad you're at home. What did anybody cook today? Hi, John. Did y'all cook today? Thank you for subbing, John. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the content. I have some more stuff coming for y'all. I have something that I am editing. It's not a tacos. It's not a regular video. It is for the Paranormal podcast, but it does post to YouTube as well. So I'm editing that. I will have that up tonight. I want to punch, but that would be rude and against the law. Okay, well, we don't condone violence here, so um, there you go. Have fun in time out. Hello from Morocco. I want to visit Morocco. I want to visit Morocco one of these days when I have time to just travel. What are some places y'all want to visit? Does anybody have any good gossip? I haven't heard some good gossip in a long time. I don't always choose violence, but it sometimes chooses. Yeah, it's fine. I have come to accept that there are all types of people in this world. There are all types. There There are all types of people who hold on, y'all, hold on. Okay, there we go. There are all types of people in this world, and I've become accustomed to that. Um, so it's okay. It doesn't bother me. A lot of times, crazy just wants attention. You have some long stories. You talking about gossip, Joanne? You talking about gossip like tea? I gotta get my braids done this week, y'all. My hair is like a mess. Nope. No gossip. What's going on, Joanne? And my hair is also very dry. I've noticed that the more gray I get, the drier my hair gets. So I have to figure out some type of products to use that will tame these locks. Palau, Morocco, Brazil, Santa Fe, Argentina, Valencia, Spain, Ecuador, all of South America except Venezuela because I've outgrown Oh my God, they kidnap a lot of people in Venezuela. See, it's hard to keep up with all of this. What's safe, what's not safe. Some people say these countries are safe. Other people say these countries aren't safe. Which I'm fat, so I don't have to worry about being kidnapped. I feel like I'm safe because I'm a big girl. Ain't nobody gonna try and kidnap me because who's gonna come 7, 8 people deep to drag me off somewhere? Nobody. They want it to be quick and easy, but still, still. Hi, Dharma. Hi, Herbert Johnson. How are you? Welcome back. So yeah, y'all. And if any folks on here have any recommendations for products for me to try for my hair to moisturize, please share in a comment because your girl needs help. But like I said, I will be getting my braids back towards the end of the week. Probably, well, I'm saying the end of the week, probably Saturday when my niece is out of school. Because she's the only one, well, her and my sister are the only two that I let braid my hair. I'm very, very peculiar, very particular about people touching my head and standing over me doing shit. So if they can't do it, if either one of them can't do it, I don't want it done. There's one other person who I allow to do my hair, but she doesn't do braids. She does other stuff. Check out the main choice line. Thank you, KL. My old name used to be From Here to Enlightenment. Oh, okay. Yes, 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 yes. I pick up armed security gigs sometimes, and last night I worked an event at an estate in the California Canyons that I swear looked like a plantation in South Carolina. Oh, wow. Are you serious, Nicole? Oh, my goodness. Hi, Maggie Spaghetti. Listen, listen, Nicole, I enjoy going to see the plantations, but not for the big house itself. I enjoy going, or let me not say so much enjoy, but I go to pay homage to the people who were enslaved there. I don't want to hear your fancy history about the big house. Fuck that shit. I am there to pay homage to the ancestors. That's why I go. But a lot of times you have people who have this romanticized idea of what this stuff was. and they live in these homes and they exist in these spaces, and they don't like to acknowledge them for what they truly were. So I don't blame you. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm very, very, very guarded. Very guarded. I'll cut my hair completely off first. If I can't get braids or get something else and I don't like the way it's looking or feeling, I will cut my hair completely off first before I let some random person touch my shit. I was hiking in the desert once and accidentally stumbled upon a fortified compound that wasn't supposed to be stumbled upon. I removed myself with the quickness and forgot how I got there. Okay, I know exactly what you mean, Kate. Did y'all hear about? And this story is a few years old, y'all. But did y'all hear about that YouTuber? He used to explore abandoned mines and caves and stuff. Hi, how are you? They used to explore abandoned mines and caves and stuff like that. And he stumbled upon a cave in the desert somewhere that he like felt a vibration coming from it, like he was vibrating when he got close to it. And he said he was gonna go back, and he ended up going back and completely disappeared. They never heard from him again. Wait, hold on, let me catch up on the comments. The thing I hate about going to places where our ancestors used to be enslaved is because a lot of times I feel like some of the white people there seem to find it funny. I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you, Dharma Warrior. Hello there, Garnold. Me too. I have visited those locations in Texas, Louisiana, and the Carolinas, and the tour guide called security on me because I did not like the way she kept glorifying the estate. Fuck that owner. And there you go. Frank Gallagher. I don't know, Frank. Did you stick your winner in an outlet, Frank? Hmm? Can y'all hear me? Somebody call my phone. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm catching up. Hold on. Oh, Frank, in case you didn't get the message, fuck you. There you go. I suppressed that shit for real. I honestly cannot remember the first thing about how I got there. Perhaps you were drawn there consciously, KL. Maybe it was something about that place that makes me wonder if no one has told you yet. You're wonderful, bright, beautiful, and hopefully the rest of your day goes on. Oh, thank you so much, Hellisher B. I appreciate you. Hi, Javetta. Put me on the note train about going back. Yes, I cannot remember his name, Dharma. It was a few years ago. But if you Google it, it'll come up. But that was his whole channel. Like he explored these spaces, and people were begging him to not go back to whatever this abandoned space was. But he ended up going back. And in fact, if I remember correctly, when they did a search, I want to say they found his vehicle or some of his belongings or something, but they never found him. And right, Joanne, somewhere in the mountains. And people were saying that, well, maybe he fell down a mine or something like that. But people have talked about this place that he found that he said was like vibrating. Like it was the weirdest. And I want to say he said the entrance had a weird shape. as well. So he really wanted to go back and see what it was. But I'm like, KL, it's a no for me. And I'm going to forget that I even went there. I do remember about that guy who disappeared. And there are still people all these years later who go out there looking for him too. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mm-mm. There are too many things. There are too many safe things to do in this world. And I get that people are curious, but no, ma'am. I was abducted one time. I laid down to meditate at 12 a.m. and suddenly I couldn't move. And then some beings in black cloaks came in. I was lying on a table where they operated on me. Oh, wow, Dharma. When I woke up, it was 5 a.m. Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, do you have like any weird after effects from that experience? I went to a place out by Tehachapi too, and it was weird as fuck. Lights all on inside a building by railroad tracks with no cars around. The night was silent. No insects, no wind, no nothing. Oh, see shit like that? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, ma'am, Pam. If it is quiet, you don't hear any crickets, frogs, no wind, no kind of sounds of the night, exit. Stage left immediately. Hello, Mocha Bird. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Well, when I was laying on the table, they shot some gas into my lungs with a silver tool, and when I woke up, I felt flat. That's the only way. Flat. You're welcome, Mocha. Like flat, like flat. Flat like a deflated tire kind of flat. Are you serious, KL? That is crazy. To be honest, I don't think they were aliens. I think they were the government pretending to be aliens. Hello from Edinburgh. I felt flat in a spiritual way. Oh, like they had taken something from you? What the hell are you doing here? Hold on, y'all. Tristan, stop. Flat effect like no emotion. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Tristan then showed up at my door. Stop. Who brought you here? And why you got on that tight ass shirt? You look weird. Look who's here, y'all.
Let me get one of these.
No. Tristan, put my gummies down.
Let me fucking.
No. No, you fucking weirdo. Put him down. I'm sorry, y'all. Tristan works on my nerves so bad.
Fucking throw these shits on the ground, man.
Would you This is what he does. He comes to my house. This is what he does, y'all. He comes to my house. He touches my stuff. Tristan, I don't know what, son. That is my coconut oil. Get your filthy hands out of my shit. Tristan, put the top back on. And this is why I tell people don't have kids.
Gotta moisturize his scalp.
This is why I tell people do not have children. Because this is the kind of stuff that happens. They're weird kids, and then they turn into weird adults, and then it becomes a whole thing. A whole situation. Why the fuck would you do that?
Oh.
Pick these gummies up, Tristan.
Shut up, Mom!
Tristan, I have the camera facing you, son. So the live is watching you do all of this.
Okay, I mean, I'm just putting coconut oil in my hair. See how I moisturize my goddamn hair. See how my hair always smells like the islands. Marijuana and coconuts. Duh.
Missed it in New Orleans, but we didn't take Uber much.
What's up?
Did you enjoy your visit, Alera?
What's up, guys?
Hi, Evelyn. Show everybody a shirt that your uncle brought you. That's too tight. What size is that, Tristan? A medium?
It's an extra large.
I cannot tell. You're looking a little thick in that shirt. Could have got a bigger size. You about to bust out that bitch.
You just rip it a little.
Can you pick my gummies up off the floor, please, and put Tristan, put them back on the stand where they go.
Shut up. What the fuck is witch hazel? They sell this shit? This that shit that defeats witches, doesn't it?
It's a cleanser for the skin. Did y'all hear what he said about witch hazel?
Oh no,
Hey, Miss Pretty Legs.
that's wolfbane. That's wolfbane.
This motherfucker said
That's wolfbane.
witch hazel. Is this the stuff that defeats witches? This is my child.
Facial toner.
My oldest child at that. He's 31.
It does smell like a plant.
Dharma Warrior said you're looking thick.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Especially the food. Oh, I'm so glad you had a good time. I'm glad you enjoyed the food. Tristan, this is what he does. He comes to my house and he touches all my stuff.
Fucking melt you, man.
Tristan,
I fucking melt you, dude.
pick up my gummies and put them back where they go.
Can't even reach that far.
Tristan, put it back. Pick up my gummies, Tristan. Let it go. Let it go. I'ma bop you again. No, sir. I bought you your own pack. Put my fruit cups down.
Did you even eat one?
I ate 2 of them. Put it down.
I just want one. I'm thirsty.
No, Tristan, you have a whole pack at home.
I'm thirsty.
No.
It's not like he can get up and chase me and run me around the house.
He does look like he's going undercover for spring break.
Totally did.
Tristan, what time are you coming back? Hello?
Only the Lord knows.
Tristan.
Did you talk to your son? Where is he? Before I left, I was waiting on him.
He was going to the beach early. He's probably just not driving back.
Oh. I text Dale. He didn't have to text me back.
He told you to call AutoZone to find out what kind of battery the car needed.
He was at work, so I could see. I think he worked at the one on Claiborne. Last time I went over there, he was the one on Claiborne. So I got her.
Tristan, you're fucking up my vibe.
Shut up, Mom.
Make sure you let me know when you're coming back.
Shut up, Mom.
Boy, I'm gonna bust.
Let me see. Let me see the phone. Let me see the phone. Let me see the phone.
Why?
Let me see the phone.
Why?
Let me read some of the shit.
They're not saying anything. They're saying you're ugly. And they wish you would leave because you're working on their nerves.
What's this? Oh. That's that strong shit. Why they call it Florida water? This do smell like some shit you cast and spell, but that might be wrong. This that shit, this that $1 miller. Oh, $1 miller. Oh, $1 miller. Oh, $1 miller. That's what that is. This that.
Tristan, get the fuck out.
That's what that is. All right. All right, I'm gone. I'll see you later.
Tristan, put it down, son.
All right, I love you. I'll see you later.
Put it down, Tristan. If you're gonna pick it up and move it to the kitchen.
Well, why you didn't ask me though? Why you gonna wait till I put it back that way and say move it to the kitchen? Now I'm not picking it up. I'm on the drag.
You chubby bastard. You work on my nerves. Against the wall, we always put thank you.
Oh shit.
Why is your butt squinched together? Fix your pants. Be careful in my vehicle and let me know when you're coming back.
All right. Do you want that other plant from my yard?
Yes, I do. You talking about the peace lily?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all. Y'all see what I go through? Do y'all see what I go through? Let's read the comments. No, that eternal water came from... It wasn't from Rouse's. I ordered it from... Because I got it when I was sick. So I had it delivered. But I can't remember... I can't remember who I got it from. But Um, Dollar Tree sells not the big bottle. Well, I don't know if Dollar Tree sells the big bottles like that, but they sell. Excuse me. I know they definitely sell the I think it's a 1 liter. But I love Eternal water too. Ozarka and Eternal are the two I drink. Oh, really? Two for $3? I'm gonna have to. Well, I'm gonna have to get them from Rouse's. Dharma, thank you for telling me. Y'all, Tristan is a character. We listen and we don't judge. Tristan is definitely a character, baby, for sure. But he's mine, and I love him. Um, I feel better, Miss Pretty Leg. Still got a little touch of something, but I'm at the tail end of it. So it's going away. I was just telling everybody when I got on the live to, y'all be careful out there because they have so many viruses and just respiratory infections going around. It's crazy. Kim got the one, the Advil works. It's two different kinds. The ones on sale, the room temperature, ones in the aisle. Okay. I will do that. I very rarely go to Rouse's. And it's crazy because I don't know, something about seeing them at that Trump rally. I don't know. But I know, places like Walmart and, all these other places support, politics. But I kind of feel like, Rouse's is they're a Louisiana family. They shouldn't. But I can't tell people who to support politically either because I don't want nobody telling me who to support politically. So I don't know. I was just a little peeved with Rouse's for a while because I'm like, damn, y'all. So it's really like a conflict for me when it comes to politics sometimes and who to support, who not to support, because I really don't want to make my own life difficult. I don't want to make myself inconvenienced for certain things because if that was the case, honestly, we wouldn't be able to get anything from anywhere. To be real. But I want people to believe what they want to believe. But I also want them I want them to show themselves. If this is how you feel, tell me. But don't smile in my face and stab me in the back at the same time. I also feel like that. Mm-mm-mm. I had no anxiety. It was wild, lots of good energy there, and my mediumship abilities got sharper. Oh wow! I hope you come back soon. What you say? Final destination. I hate black color so damn much, and I'm sure everyone hates you just as much as well. Yeah, Dharma. I can't remember which members of the Rouse's family, but they were at one of those Trump rallies in D.C. Do you know that I got a king cake from Randazzo's, king cake from Hubie's in January, and neither one of them have mold on them? Oh, girl, throw that away. Please throw them away, Dharma. If you are in the area, the one place I recommend going to get a king cake from when they have them is Joe's Cafe. I go to the one on Lapalco all the time. That's my favorite one. You know what? In fact, I might go get me some glazed beignets, y'all. I might go get me some glazed beignets later. I'll post a picture. But don't get me wrong, and I don't talk about politics on here because I want people to feel comfortable in believing what they want to believe in. However, this is not a time for us to be like, oh, your political views are okay. I can deal with that. No. Because this man he's destroying us. He's destroying the country. He's allowing his friends to destroy the country. So this is not a situation where I can be okay with certain things that people are in support of. So just certain places I just don't go. But I am going to start, supporting Rouse's again because there are a lot of local products, small businesses from New Orleans, from Louisiana that sell their products in Rouse's, and I want to support those people. Joe's Cafe, I'll try them next time. Yes. Um, I want to say I didn't like Dong Fong's. I didn't like theirs. I want to say we bought one for my niece's fundraiser for her cheer squad. And I ate like one piece of it. And I hate to be wasteful, but I ended up having to throw it away because it was just awful. It was an awful king cake. Oh, thank you, Alira. Yes, and black owned products too, Joanne. Yes. Well, I mean, again, you know, we, which let's be honest here, none of these politicians are good for us. They're just not. They're good for themselves, they're good for rich people. For people like us, regular folks, they're not good for us. But the problem comes in because we make it seem like enemies of each other. That's what the enemy does. Confusion amongst people who should be allies. That's like the lady who called the little autistic boy in the park the N word. And she went on a complete rant. And she ended up raising like a $500,000 or something like that. And people were leaving all kinds of hateful comments when they were donating money. They are mad with the wrong people. Y'all are mad at the wrong people. But if that's how you feel, that's fine. I get that racism is also rooted in a feeling of inferiority. You feeling like someone is better than or has more than, or you don't want you don't want that person to do better than you. You don't want to feel like you're less than. It comes from insecurity. That's what racism is rooted in. It's rooted in jealousy. It's rooted in so many things. But racism is so low vibrational. But I want people to show themselves. I want to know how you feel. It doesn't make me angry. It doesn't upset me. None of that. Because again, you are entitled to feel how you feel. I don't have to agree with you. But just don't try to hurt me. And that is where the problem comes in at. When they want to get aggressive, when they want to be physical, and then they get their ass whipped and want to cry their eyes out. But if this the kind of shit you gonna believe in, baby, you best to believe you better be strong enough to deal with what comes with it. Because if you gonna be out here, like the other day, they had 3 dudes out in the French Quarter yelling white power. They knew where to go to do that shit, though. They knew exactly where to go to do that shit. But ain't no way they was gonna go on Claiborne and do it. They weren't even gonna go on the West Bank and do it. They knew where to go to do it. So it's stupid. If you really think about it, it is fucking stupid. It is one of the stupidest things to ever exist in life. And I'm sorry for going off on a tangent, y'all, but it is one of the stupidest things ever because you are harming yourself. You are keeping yourself from progressing. You only believe that it's stopping the next person. That's what you want to believe, that it's stopping the next person. But you harming yourself too. Racism harms everybody. But go ahead. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. Show your face. Let me know how you are. You can call me the N word. You can call me whatever you want. Because it's just words. And I really pity you. I really, truly pity you for feeling that way. You have my sympathy. Truly. Have my sympathy. Yeah, the shit is crazy. Yes, Dharma, it was a treat. Some black people seem to feel inferior to white people. We don't. I did not go get my blueberries from my mom yet, Aaliyah. I'm gonna go during the week. Um, there's a there's a lot of there's a lot of nuance to race in New Orleans because it's not like other places across the state. And I've said this before, there are still places in this city where black folks are not allowed to go or be a part of unless they're working there. And I'm talking about clubs. So it's just one of those things that it's accepted. I recall this was many, many years ago. We were I used to do banquet work, and we would serve different parties and stuff. Well, the business that I worked for was a black owned business. And there was a family, the Solomon family, one of their biggest customers. So every time they had an event, they called this particular company, we would go and work. Well, the Solomon family, they're very big in the city. They owned, I can't remember which movie theater they had invested in, but they had gotten one of the films. It was one of the, I want to say it was one of the Spider-Man movies that was really big coming out at the time. And he actually got the film itself from the movie theater to show at his house. So he had invited a bunch of people over. So at the end of the night, we're all cleaning up, and this is an old white man. He was, in his 80s at the time, early 80s at the time, I think, old Southern, one of the ones that they would truly call a cracker, you know. Um, so we're cleaning up, and I think it was one of his kids was like, oh, we got to take the trash out. It was something about the trash. Y'all, my phone rang. Can y'all hear me? You don't have to worry about that, Alira, because it's you don't have to worry about that, Alira, because it's these rich, clubs that, wealthy white men belong to. They don't allow women either, so that's not something you ever have to worry about. It's one of those types of clubs for wealthy white men to go to where they smoke cigars and talk business and shit. So, yes. So we're in the kitchen cleaning up, and he makes a comment. Somebody said something about the trash, and he points to one of the people I was working with, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry about the trash. That boy right there gonna get it." And everybody went on pause. Like I was wiping the counter, and I just stopped. And we all black. So we all just kind of looked at each other, and it's like the air stopped, completely stopped. Because you talking to a grown fucking man. You say that boy right there gonna get it. With confidence. And we all just kind of looked at each other. You know, we looking because we waiting to see who gonna do what, who gonna say something. Because if somebody says something, we all gonna say we all about this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But the guy he said it to, he just very calmly said, "I'm gonna get it, Mr. Solomon. Don't worry about it." And we just all kind of finished up for the night. And while we were, walking to our cars, we were talking about it. And he was just like, because we were like, that shit didn't bother you? And he was like, that's an old, he's like, that's an old white man. He grew up with this. That's not, that's something that just comes natural to him. He's like, just because I tell him something, it's not going to stop him from saying it. It's not going to stop him from feeling a certain way because he's going to do it to the next person. So he's like, why would I get my nerves worked up over something he said? He's like, I know I'm not a boy. I'm a man. I'm a successful man. He said, so I'm not worried about that. And I was just like, oh, okay. Okay. So while New Orleans is a very welcoming place, you still got a lot of racist motherfuckers. And they will smile in your face. They will let you all up and through their house to clean it, to serve them food. And this is the thing too. You trust me enough to take care of your children. You trust me enough to fix your food and to serve you food. But you don't think I'm good enough to be on an equal footing with you. But yet you allow me to do some of the most delicate things. Raising your children. How you let somebody you calling the N-word behind their back and you feel like they're worthless, but you letting this person be a nanny to your kids? What the fuck do you think of your children is what I'm wondering. That's why I say it's stupid. It makes no sense. During slavery, these people let enslaved women nurse their children, but yet you think they're inferior to you, but not inferior enough to where they can't nurse your kid. Like, make it make fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I was really concerned that it was about to be a situation that night. But it wasn't. But I'm also a person, I like to know how people think. They're schizophrenic, delusional. Yeah, because, oh, you beneath me. You N-word. You ain't worth SHIT. But here, put my baby on your titty and give him your milk. Yeah. But we definitely need to have more conversations But I also realize that people don't like to be held accountable. They don't like to be called out. They don't like to face the truth. So you're never going to get anywhere as long as these people are not open. It's not that they think they're inferior, but people again don't understand that there are it's just the way certain things are. It's just the way certain things operate, you know? It's just how it has been for many, many, many years. It's just in certain spaces, that's what it is. People have been raised like this. You know, it's the South. It's the fucking South. There are still many antiquated ideas that are prevalent, even though it's 2025. So, do you still have a lot of black people that's going to shuck and jive for the white folks? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's not that a lot of us feel inferior. It's just the system that has been in place for so long. This is what we have. This is how we operate. You go to Commander's Palace, and I'm told that Commander's Palace is one of the most racist places to work. I've never been to Commander's Palace, but I've heard stories. Majority of their staff is black. And I'm sure a lot of white folks go there because they like being served by white folks. But the attitude of the black people that work there, man, I'm going to go in here and get these white folks money. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to smile and I'm going to say, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. How y'all doing tonight? How you doing? How you doing? I'm going to go cater to these white folks and I'm going to go get their money. And that's just what it is. It is part of the game. It's part of the show. It's part of the dance. It's the way it's always been. Will it continue to be so? It's the South. South hasn't changed in 200 years, 300, 400 years, however long. I doubt it's going to be anything different anytime soon. But I can tell you what I don't like. I don't like white people being in certain spaces for black folks, like the social aid and pleasure clubs. I don't like the fact that they have so many social aid and pleasure clubs allowing white folks to be a part of it, because social aid and pleasure clubs were founded in the first place, in the very beginning. The foundation of them is to help the black community help each other, because we couldn't go to white folks back in the days and get help with nothing. There was nothing for us. So what did we do? We formed the social clubs, the social aid, to help each other. When somebody got sick and couldn't work, these were the places they went. Can you help me pay my bills? My mama died. I need you to help bury her. And they went throughout the community and collected money to help each other. But now they're letting outsiders into this space, forgetting what it was founded on in the first place. And I don't like that, because you are stepping on the legacy of the people that started these things. And these white folks look at it and they think it's a party. Or we're going to get dressed up and we're going to go second line. And that's another thing too. The second line is sacred. You have black folks sharing closed spiritual practices with these white folks. And that's not okay. It was a closed spiritual practice because we could not practice in the open, because we were killed for doing it. We were punished for doing it. These are not spaces where these people need to be. And I'm very passionate about that. Very passionate about that. And it pisses me off that you got black people selling the culture to the highest bidder just for people to come and have a good time. And y'all wonder why. Y'all wonder why the magic and the spirits and all this shit be confused and shit be fucked up. It's because they're allowing people to practice that shouldn't be practicing. And that's what it is. I'm going to get off my soapbox because I'm not even sure how I made it to that conversation in the first place. And I don't want people to think that I am exactly KL. I don't agree with that shit either. I don't agree with it because people lose sight of, that is a great example, KL. People lose sight of why these things were formed in the first place. And it's not for you to come and be a part of this. It's not for you to be a part of this at all. I think she's I don't know. When I talked to her earlier, AIM, she was out somewhere. She was out somewhere. And I'm a person. I love all people. I truly love all people. I am myself a biracial woman. That's not something I talk about a lot. But my biological mother is Caucasian. I mean, the whitest of white woman, okay? My aunts, my uncles, I love them dearly. My father is a black man. I am a black woman. I do not go into Caucasian spaces trying to insert myself. I don't do that because I don't consider myself Caucasian. I am a black woman. And I enjoy being in black spaces because that is what I am. And it's not to downplay my Caucasian family because, again, I love them. I love talking to them. I love spending time with them. But I am blackity, black. And that will always be first for me. Always. Before anything. And that is what I honor. But again, I'm a person, I love all people. I embrace all people. But we have to be honest here. Certain things need to remain separate. And I'm going to go a step further and say, if white people feel like that, let them feel that way. If they feel like they want to be separate, please let them feel that way. Because I feel the same. Some shit I want to be separate too. So you won't be over there? That's fine by me. But I also feel like we can respect each other. We can be respectful of each other and still exist within the same space in our own spaces at the same time. But people do not know how to do that. Because people want to be so offended by every fucking thing. People want to, and it's so many people that just feel like, oh, you're leaving me out. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, that's not right. Oh, this is wrong. Like, people got upset. What was the big thing with the bakery that wouldn't bake the cake for the gay couple? If them people don't want to bake a fucking cake for gay people, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You are not going to eradicate homophobia. And I don't think it's fair to say you are wrong because you won't bake a cake for us. That's not right. Let them people believe what they want to believe. You feel it's offensive? Okay, fine. Go somewhere else. When I see a place that doesn't welcome me as a black woman, I'm not about to throw a fit. Bitch, you not getting my money. Good day. They got a lot of other places I could go. and spend my coins. They got plenty of people that will support you, but it ain't me. But do you know why I feel that way? Because I don't go where I'm not welcome. Stop trying to be in spaces where these people are telling you you are not welcome. And then you get mad and want to protest this shit. Fuck them people. Go somewhere else that welcomes you. Give them your money. You are wasting your energy because the attitude and the idea is never going to change. Let them people feel how the fuck they want to feel and go where you are welcome. People waste too much energy fighting against shit that is not going to change rather than building up the spaces that are supportive. That's the fuck how I feel about shit. You don't like me? I'm not welcome here? No problem. I'm going to go find somewhere that embraces me. And that's just what it is. And I feel like if we did more of that, like you have all these people, they want to protest Target. They want to, oh, we going to hold on to our money. We not going to spend our money here. We not going to spend. You are absolutely entitled to do that. But yet, you are still supporting designers and all of these other places that only see you as a dollar. They don't respect you as a person. So, I mean, it's just crazy to me. It's crazy. The whole thing is just crazy to me because you stop spending your money for a little while and a month goes by. They apologize. They go on their apology tour. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. And then you go back to spending your money. But it's not sincere. It's not true. It's not real. They just want your fucking money. That's all. They just want your money. That's why I say just be upfront. Be real with your bias, with your racism. Just be upfront. Because you will have people who still don't come spend their money with you. That's all. Keep it simple. Be who you are. And that's why it doesn't bother me with people with all their racist bullshit. Thank you for showing me who you are. So I cannot be bothered with you. As long as you're not trying to harm me physically, I'm going to make it. And you know, black people are in an uproar. Trump is trying to destroy this. Trump is trying to destroy that. Trump is trying to baby. We survived 400 years. Our ancestors survived 400 years of being enslaved. One of the worst atrocities in American history. And y'all are worried about this little speck of time that we have to endure this man? Black people survive. I need y'all to stop stressing. Black people, I need y'all to know that even if nobody else is doing good, we gonna be fine. We survive. We know how to make it on a thin budget. Why? Because that's what we have been doing for years. We know how to make it work. So I need y'all to calm down. Okay? Me either. I ain't got time for all that nonsense. We got to get to our soft, baby. I'm in my soft girl era. Fuck these bills. Fuck these people. Fuck it all. I'm in my soft girl era. I'm not worried about a ting. Because I know one thing about it and two things for sure. We gonna be all right. Don't even have to trip. Exactly, Aaliyah. Get somebody else to do it. And that's what I need y'all. I need y'all to be in that soft place. That goes for everybody, though. I need y'all to stop stressing about this shit. It's gonna be hard. Is it gonna? Yes, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult. But we know how to get by. We know how to work this shit. But I knew it was gonna be a disaster when all them white people got online crying their eyes out. When white people start crying, then you know it's a real disaster. When white people are online crying their eyes out, then you know it's a real fucking disaster that's about to occur. But we all right. We gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right too, white folks. Y'all just got to stop being so stressed about shit. Y'all are fighting y'all are fighting shit that's never gonna change. But something I want y'all to keep in mind too, always, and hold it on your heart. What we do in this life matters. Yes, absolutely. What we do in this life counts. But do you know where it really counts? In the spiritual. When we get to the other side, that is when you truly answer for how you have been in this life. So all these wealthy motherfuckers that's all shucking and we gonna make these people poor. We gonna make people even poorer. We gonna fatten our pockets. We gonna have wealth for the next 100 generations. That's fine. But all of that money that they're collecting comes with blood. It comes with blood. It comes with pain. It comes with suffering of the people. So guess what? Your ancestors are going to suffer. Those 100 generations that you're holding on to wealth for, they're going to suffer. Because it's spiritual. That's why so many wealthy people have such horrific lives. Because that money that they're hanging on to, that they love so much, it's blood money. It's cursed. Suffering comes with it. I'm convinced that's why the Kennedy family was so fucked up. All that money, all that status, all that power, all that they built came with consequences. So they could be happy now. They could think that they have it all now. But that money, those possessions, that's not the shit that matters. It's your soul. And when you get to the other side, you have to answer for all of that. And I guarantee you, many, many, many of these wealthy people are going to be suffering on the other side. And they're going to watch their families fall to pieces from generation to generation to generation to generation. Rockefellers, Rothschilds, exactly. They got money, but they got a whole lot of fucking problems. That is my not even sure how I went off on all of that, y'all. I don't know who's still here, who done left. Who I didn't. What you say, Amy? And my mom said, nigga. Yes. 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 We know how to survive. Where y'all think of pig feet, hog maw? We took the worst parts of the animals and turned them into delicacies. We lived. We survived, baby. There we go. You talking about a people. We come from people who jumped into the ocean. They jumped into the ocean because they refused. They refused to be slaves. They refused to be controlled and tortured. Death was better. Imagine all the mothers who were chained to their children and made this decision. That's not weakness, that's strength. That is strength. I will not be your slave. I will not be at your mercy. I will not allow my children to be at your mercy. And bitch, I'm about to show you. There you go. You a Scorpio. I try and listen. I try not to rant. I try to stay away from certain topics. However, if hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not gonna hide. And now the worst parts of the animal, they now eat. Yes. Somebody said that oxtails, which I remember oxtail, like oxtails, turkey necks, all that shit used to be so cheap. Some shit gotta be said. You're right. Sometimes you just gotta draw a line in the sand, and that's what it is. But oxtails, turkey necks, all that shit used to be cheap, and now they have turned it into a delicacy. They going into all these fancy restaurants. Oh, I will have the oxtails in reduced brown gravy with a dash of saffron. Excuse me. Honestly, with all the work that has to do into cleaning them and preparing them, chitlins should be considered a delicacy. That is true. It makes me cry when I read about that and saw pictures. They're still underway. Yes. Lobster and crab used to be cheap too. They used to feed it to prisoners because it was so cheap. Yes, Dharma. Y'all want to hear something gross about crabs? Do y'all want to hear something gross about crabs that might keep y'all from eating crabs? It don't stop me from eating crabs though. But we all know they are bottom feeders. We all know that they eat the scraps. I had a chicken wings too. And now we got Wingstop. That's right, Nicole. They're all related to bugs. Don't get upset with me, Miss Pretty Lady. But and this is why I enjoy driving rideshare so much. And this is why I can't get away from it. Because I meet such interesting people and I hear such interesting stories. But a couple years ago, I picked up this gentleman, Mr. Rodney. I will never forget Mr. Rodney as long as I live. He was blind. I picked him up from his doctor's appointment. And we talking. And I asked him what he used to do. Because he had a degenerative eye disease. So he wasn't blind his entire life. But he used to work for the coroner's office here in New Orleans. And we talking years ago. You know, Mr. Rodney is an older man. So he used to work for the coroner's office. And he said, you want to hear something about crabs? He said, this is why I don't eat seafood. I said, Mr. Rodney, I love seafood. Please. I said, please. I said, but you know what? Yeah. I said, go ahead and tell me. He worked they had to go, they got called to, we used to have a beach out here on the lakefront. But they got called to a scene to pick up, I think it was 3 little boys. They were like, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. They had drowned. They had stolen a neighbor's boat and gone into the water and ended up drowning. It was like 2 or 3 of them. Well, a few days passed, their bodies started washing up. And Mr. Rodney said when they got to the scene, of course the police were there, securing the scene for them to come get the bodies. He said, but when they got to the scene, the police were there with their nightsticks beating the crabs off of the bodies. He said because the crabs go for the soft tissues. So the cheeks. You know, he said they were all over their faces, you know, all over their chest and stuff. Like, they go for the soft tissue. He's like, that's the first parts that they eat. He said, but there was so many crabs that the officers were there with their nightsticks, literally beating the crabs off of the bodies. And I was like, Mr. Rodney, I said, that is one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my life. And I did. He was like, shrimp too. He was like, crawfish. He said, all that. He said, that's why I don't eat none of that shit. I said, damn, Mr. Rodney, why you had to ruin? I said, but you know what? I say it's just nature. It's just a part of life. It's nature. Yes, the crabs were eat. Yes, I'm sorry, y'all. If I ruined anything for y'all, I apologize sincerely. But I'm just letting you know. Yes, that's what happened to Amelia Earhart. That the coconut crabs ate her. Yes. Would you say this love of God? Oh dang, that's crazy. Bites crab leg. I know that's right. You ain't about to stop me. You ain't about to stop me, boo. That's true. I think I'm done eating crab, shrimp, and lobster from here. I'm sorry, Dharma. My mom and stepdad in Jamaica are Seventh-day Adventists. They don't eat none of that. Well, they are scavengers. They call them bottom feeders for a reason, because they scavenge all the stuff that falls to the bottom. Yeah, I mean, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I promise you. I actually have something that I'm editing right now. It's not a video, but it's going up on Paranormal's podcast. I'm finally busting out season 2 of that. It does post to YouTube as well, so it'll just be audio. It will not be a visual. So that will be posted later tonight. So when you're eating crab, you're eating something that has most likely eaten human meat. I mean, it's possible. But you know, people eat pork. People eat pork, and a pig will eat anything. A pig will eat anything. You toss a body into a pen with some hogs, and they're going to eat everything but the teeth. They will eat everything but the teeth. Why they don't eat the teeth, I don't know, but they will eat everything but the teeth. I felt weird about crawfish for some reason. Yeah, you not, baby, you not stopping me from eating crawfish. No, no. You could tell me the pound of crawfish I'm sitting down about to eat. You could come to me in the midst of me eating a pound of crawfish and say, Kim, that pound of crawfish you eating ate some of Jesus' body. And I'm going to tell you, oh, okay. And I'm going to continue to eat. So you're not going to keep me off of crawfish, baby. I'm sorry. That ain't happening. I don't think it sounds crazy, Dharma. I did see the movie Sinners. I saw it once. I was gonna go back this week to see it again. It's cooked. It's over with. I'm chowing down. Me too, Aaliyah. Me too, Aaliyah. It's over with. It's already done. I'm gonna devour it. Um, the movie Sinners affected me deeply. I'm gonna go back and see it a couple of more times before I give a full commentary. But I want to say this about it. There is something within the movie that I feel is activating something within Black folks or reminding Black folks of something. I don't know. I cannot put my finger on it. But watching it, and being that I have deep roots in Mississippi, that was another thing for me too. I have deep familiar roots in Mississippi. It made me feel so connected. And the music, especially. I will say this about music. When it comes to music and Black folks, our music is the song of our soul. It is anything that our soul cannot express with words. And that is why we are so moved by certain things. It wasn't just, Remnick wasn't just attracted to Sammy because he could bridge between the living and those who had passed who were on the other side. He was attracted to Sammy because Sammy was translating his very soul. Something that, again, you really can't put what it has to say into plain words. It can only be communicated through music. And music from back then and music of today, there's such a huge difference with it because, and I think that's why the music industry is seen as demonic, because a lot of times there is no soul in it. It's trying to, how can I say it? I think when a truly talented artist gets taken in by the music industry and they get, something happens to them, they change. Like they start off one way and you feel really connected to their music, you feel really connected to their art, and then somewhere down the line it changes. It's because there has been a shift in their soul. That soul song has changed because whatever life that soul had, has been taken away. That's my interpretation. That's the way I feel about it. That's the way I explain it. Some of the music Tristan listens to, it makes me feel awful. Like it makes me feel like, ugh, like icky. And I tell him, like, how can you sit here and listen to that? I say, you don't feel that? And it's because that person who is with this music, they have no soul. They have no soul song. It's been taken away from them. And when I say we, I mean the entirety of humanity is descended from one group of people. And even though the connection is very distant, it has changed a lot throughout centuries, it's still there. And I think that's another thing too. Remnick was trying to get back to that soul song. He missed that. He no longer had it. So, was it a movie about vampires? No. Not vampires in the sense of vampires, but vampires in the sense of there are things and people in this world that will suck that soul song right out of you. They want to take it from you. That's what I got so far. Yes. That's what I got so far. Listen, I'm not a Beyonce super fan, but she is talented. And I respect her artistry. I respect the way she has brought her children in. I respect her for that. But I'm also not I'm not a fan of like modern singers. Very, very few modern singers I like. But I'm more of a, like, Billie Holiday is my favorite singer. I love the old blues music. I love the old jazz music. In fact, y'all go look up Memphis Minnie. Big Mama Thornton is another favorite of mine. These people really, their soul song is strong in music still to this day, even though they have passed on long ago. So this connects us to our ancestors. That soul song is passed down from generation to generation. This is what connects us to our ancestors. It's them speaking to us through certain people. It's them talking to us. It's them sharing that energy with us. And that's why people want to destroy it so badly. That's why so many people are so desperate to destroy it. It is the frequency, the energy. So it's a beautiful movie. If y'all have not seen it, don't worry about being offended. Don't worry about some of the shit that people are saying. I promise you, Ryan Coogler did his historical research to make sure he was accurate with every detail. And he was accurate with every detail. And I highly respect him for doing that. People are upset about, well, why wasn't the Latinos represented? Because of the Mexican Removal Act. I read that I can't remember what I read it on. But that's why they weren't a part, because at that time in Mississippi, their population was almost not even like I don't want to say they were completely removed from Mississippi, but their population wasn't as large at the time. Same thing for the Native Americans. They had disappeared from the scene at that point because they knew better. They knew better. But it was, man, it was a movie to see. It is an experience, and it is something that people are going to talk about for many, 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 many years to come. Yeah, and there you go. And they'll take it from you before you figure out what it is. Exactly. When I listen to modern music, it makes me feel like things are trying to attach themselves to my aura. Yeah, I tend to stay away. I'm trying to catch up on the comments, y'all. I'm sorry. Dharma, I think you need to watch it. I think you need to watch it. I think you are going to appreciate, if nothing else about the movie, you are going to appreciate the scene with the music. Something else my sister Ashley brought to my attention with church and the music in church. When we didn't have instruments to play, what did we do? Stomped our feet and clapped our hands. We used our bodies. That is significant. She pointed that out to me. I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Because when we in church, we clapping our hands, you stomping your feet. Like, that's all part of it. It's all part of it. And I think for anyone, I want everybody to go and see it. I don't care if you get pissed off or not. I want everybody to go see that movie. Because it's something for everyone. Even the music that Remnick played, even that was a soul song. Even that was like, ooh, I like this. But it's a message. It's a message within a message, 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 within a message. But also a reminder, that there are things that are sacred. There are things that are sacred that we should not be sharing with everyone. And I love the fact that a Black woman was at the center. A Black hoodoo woman was at the center. And they trusted her guidance. They trusted her knowledge. They trusted her connection to the spirit, because the Black woman is. When they say trust Black women, believe Black women, that's what you do. That's what you do. But we, Black women, people want to attach themselves to our soul song. They want to attach themselves to us because we make things better. I've heard so many people say when a Black woman hugs you, you just feel so different. Like the weight of the world has been lifted off of you. That is part of our gift. We are healers naturally. And there are people who want to destroy that. But they wanted, I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything, but they wanted her knowledge. They wanted that magic. She was the magic. Not the spiritual practice. She was the magic. She is what made it work. She is what gave it its power. And that's the difference that people do not understand. You can't just go around doing stuff. You can't just go around copying every spell that you see. You can't just go around copying all this shit, because the woman, the Black woman, is the magic. And the train is agreeing with me. That was another significant thing in the movie for me, because I live right near the train tracks. I love that. I love it. So y'all go see it if you haven't seen it. Do not listen to the reviews. Do not listen to all these people online being angry and upset about all this shit. Go see it for yourself and see how it makes you feel. What message it has for you. You know? The thing about a lot of Black Christians that gets me is that, do you not realize that your people were here before Christianity? So are you telling me that everybody automatically went to hell? Exactly. Exactly, Aaliyah. Exactly. Oh, Miss Pretty Legs, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. I promise it is going to affect you in a profound way. And it took me a little while. I came out the theater and I had to sit down, because I had to sit with the emotion that it brought up within me. And something else we don't talk enough about is we have a lot of generational healing that we have to do for our ancestors. We have a lot of healing that we have to do on their behalf, because they didn't get the opportunity to do it. They lived with trauma constantly. They were in survival mode constantly. They were in struggle mode constantly. It is up to us to finally heal that, so that they can rest, so that that trauma DNA that a lot of us operate in, because I'm a firm believer in, it's not just eye color, skin color, hair, texture, all that. Everything is passed down through the genes, through the DNA, including the trauma our ancestors experienced. And that is why so many of us operate in that survival mode, in that trauma mode, because we're carrying our own trauma, but we're also carrying our ancestors' trauma too. And we're reliving that every day. We have to heal all of that. And man, telling you, and that's what you do, Dharma. You go see it or don't go see it. It's completely up to you. No, no judgment here. Gotta get that nervous system. Exactly. Black people had my back in my younger years, while white people were horrible to me. Black people still treat me better. We are the caregivers of the world, Alira. We are the caregivers of the world. Oh, I'm sorry, Aaliyah. I hope that changes. But listen, terrible people is not just a black thing, it's not just a white thing. The nature of human beings, and this is my opinion, this is my feeling about it. The very nature of human beings is to be bad. You have to want to be a good person. You have to work at being a good person. You have to work towards being a good person. You have to have the desire to be a good person. But our very nature is to be bad. When terrible things happen, when one human is violent towards another, people always ask, how can that happen? How can that person do that? Oh my God, how is that possible? Oh my God, I can't believe, how could that happen? Very easily. Because that is the true nature of a person. Some people desire to be good and they work at being good. And they're just genuinely good people because that's what they want to be. But there are those who allow themselves to be taken over by that nature, by that natural desire to just want to be terrible. Some people place a layer over it to give everyone else the impression that they're good people. But at the heart, they're really not. So always keep that in mind. But that is not a black, white, Latino, Asian. That is not a trait of a certain ethnicity. That is the trait of human beings in general. That's why they all those shoulders with the devil on one shoulder now. And that could be very possible. Hi, Claire. That could be very possible too. But I know for me, when I've had those moments of rage, the thoughts that come to my mind, it's natural. It's easy. It's boom. It's there. Because the times, I mean, look at the times that we came from, the times that we evolved from. We had to fight. We had to fight everything. We had to fight each other to survive. We had to fight nature to survive. So you had to have it in you. You had to develop, you had to have that violence. You had to have that. That's how you lived. That's how you made it. That's how we still here. But that's the thing, Dharma. Not everybody feels convicted when they do wrong. And like I said, you have to want to be. You have to have that desire to be. Some people do shit and they really truly don't give a fuck. Hedonism, instant gratification. And I often wonder where these different psychological disorders developed from. I mean, it definitely came from our ancestral lineage. It just makes me wonder, is it truly a result of having to be so violent to survive? And this is what it is in like our times now. It manifests as mental health disorders because a lot of these people are truly violent. A lot of these people with mental health disorders, like that's like just a automatic thing for them. So it makes me wonder if that's where it develops from that. Just having to survive, having to live, having to, fight other tribes and just have all these battles just again to just be able to live. So I really wonder. Yeah. So I don't know. Also, a hint to things a person did in past lives, they keep incarnating to serve their purpose, ultimately either to build and heal or destroy. Yeah, I agree with that too. I think it's a little bit of everything that we are talking about. I think I feel that we, those of us who don't give in to those thoughts or those feelings or those things when they come up, like I wonder what our ancestors did. I wonder what they were like. I wonder what experiences they had. I wonder, excuse me, y'all. I wonder if we are repeating any of that. Like, are we repeating these experiences to learn from them? To make them right in some way? Like, I have all of these questions because again, there are so many things that are just, I don't know, we just carry so much with us. I have a lot of questions, and I've been on this journey, I guess, for a higher understanding since my dad passed. And there's so much that has changed in my life since. Like, my dad passing was like a catalyst for, or like a trigger for something. Because then, a few months later, relationship of 12 years down the tubes. Because I just reached a point where, I was just in that moment, in that time, where I couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, listen, there have been other things that have transitioned, other things that I have lost throughout this period. And I know it's elevation in some way. I get that. But I'm just, my mind ponders so much. I try to make, so many connections to things, just trying to figure it out. But I also feel like this is what you do as you get older, as you become more experienced in life. This is the beauty of age. You get all of this wisdom. You want to know all of these things. You want to figure all of this stuff out. I'm sorry, y'all. Wait, let me get some of these comments. Yes, my dad's ascension triggered a new path for me. Yes, thank you, Aim and myself. Yes, thank you. Hey, Kitty Crew. Thank you for being here. Wait, speaking from my own personal experience, I think it's easier to do right. Yeah, I would agree. It is easier to do right. When I do wrong, it convicts me deep down in my soul and it bothers me, and I feel like I have to make things right. Yes, I agree, Dharma. I agree. I feel the same way. My theory is that's also a hint to things of. Oh, I read that already. Okay, I caught up on that. Akashic energetic records. You get more access when you're ready for more information. But I personally believe that if you have a question genuinely, the answer will find you eventually. But you have to keep up your end of the soul contract with your ancestors. It's time for a self indulgent spa yoga retreat. Yeah, I have to. I don't know. I want to. Nature has certainly been calling me. And this week I am going to work on getting with my plants and starting my garden. I have a lot next door that is completely overgrown with trees and different things. I've been feeding it my scraps of food instead of just throwing certain things away. I toss it over there, so it's like I'm feeding the land because for some reason I feel very connected to it. Sometimes I just sit on my porch and I just stare at it because I feel like the nature, the trees, it's all communicating with me. So that's something I plan on exploring. I told my best friend, I said, I've got to get my hand in some mud sometime soon. I have one plant on the porch. My best friend gave me a banana tree. I have that on my porch. I have my little plant that I keep in here that I'm debating on whether or not I want to put it in mud, but it's growing so nicely just in the vase of water. Um, I started my spinach and peppermint lavender and lemon balm plant. Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful. I have not seen the kitty, Aaliyah. But again, that's something else I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a bowl. I'm gonna get some bowls. So it's a couple of cats, like two or three cats that I've seen. But the black one really stood out to me because I feel like he or she got my attention on purpose when it knocked my plant over, and I just so happened to be sitting in the living room, so I heard it. So I feel like that was an intentional interaction from spirit. Um, but I am going to, and I have to do my research too because I want to build it a little cat sanctuary of some kind, like a little cat house or something. Something that they can go into when it's raining, when it's really hot, and it needs to find shade. So I'm gonna watch YouTube and see what I can do to make sure it has proper insulation so it's not too hot. Make sure it's made out of material that won't be damaged by the rain and moisture and stuff like that. So I'm really going to make sure that it is a place of safety for these animals. Yes, Maggie, it definitely, yes. Yes, and make sure you tag me, please. Oh, yeah, Dharma, you can grow any. But if y'all would have seen, I was trying to get a picture of it while we were staring at each other. It was something about this cat, and black cats have those weirdly colored eyes, but it was something about this particular cat's eyes that I cannot describe. It just had me mesmerized. I can't describe it. But it's like I was stuck, like staring. I couldn't take the picture, and that's why I got the picture when it turned his head. Oh Lord, Aaliyah, I know, me too. The pollen has been terrible, but that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I could sit outside on the because again, it's right there. Like from my porch, I can almost reach out and touch a couple of the trees, and it came back so fast. Like in the winter, like from the snow and everything, the snow killed everything. The cold killed everything, but it came back so quick. I am amazed. Like there's something very special about that lot. I don't know what it is, but I've been praying to my dad, God, universe, angel spirits, and ancestors. I've been telling them, I said, listen, y'all got to help me buy that lot. It's mine. Y'all got to help me buy it. I'm gonna buy this house that I'm in now, but I want that lot because I want to put. I got something I want to do with it. I got something I want to do with it. I don't want to cut all the trees down, but I do want to trim it back to where it's not bothering the neighbors and shit. I have an aunt who looks like a cat and she has two different colors. Oh, wow. So, yeah, y'all. I think we did good for an impromptu live. It's 8:24. It is 8:24, y'all. I got to go. I don't know, Dharma. I don't know. I have to get in contact with the person who purchased it last and try to negotiate with them to purchase it. I'm gonna need y'all help though. I don't need no money from y'all, but I need y'all to share my videos as much as possible. I need y'all to text them out to people, post them on y'all social media, tell people about them so that my videos, I need more people to put their eyes on my stuff so that we could get this ad revenue going so I could get my lot. Yes, Joanne. Good night, Jerry Ann. Thank you so much. What you say, Yvonne? Buy the lot, and build a stage for play. It says it's actually building up my immune system. The pollen is just a lot. I know, Aaliyah, but just give it time. Just work with it, baby. But still, I found the best way. Flush your sinus cavity. Get a neti pot. And of course you use filter water. Don't use tap water. Flush your sinuses. That's one of the best ways you're gonna get relief. Good night, y'all. Thank y'all so much. But just share my content, y'all. Just help put it out there for me. So I can, get the ad revenue and get more subscribers, get more people interested in my content and stuff. So that is my goal. So we can have our own little nature sanctuary. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Good night, Yvonne. It is 8:26. We've been here for 114 minutes. I love y'all so much for always spending time with me, listening to me ramble. Y'all have a blessed night. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here, spending time. Thank you for interacting. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. I wish you blessings and peace and abundance and have a pleasant week. I will see y'all soon. Good night.